History is full of strange twists and eerie parallels. From presidents with uncanny similarities to freak accidents that seem too bizarre to be chance, these coincidences will make you wonder if destiny is real. Prepare to have your mind blown as we uncover the top 10 historical coincidences you won't believe actually happened. Imagine two identical twins, separated at birth and adopted by different families. This sounds like a movie plot, but for Jim Lewis and Jim Springer, it was their reality. They didn't even meet until they were 39 years old. The similarities in their lives are truly astonishing. Both were named Jim by their adoptive parents. Both grew up to marry women named Linda, and later, both divorced and remarried women named Betty. Each Jim had a son, and both sons were named James Allen. They both drove the same type of Chevy car and even worked in security jobs. This incredible string of identical choices defies all statistical probability. Mark Twain, the legendary American author, had an uncanny connection to the cosmos. He was born in 1835, a year marked by the spectacular appearance of Halley's Comet in the night sky. It was a celestial event that deeply impressed him. Later in life, Twain famously declared, "I came in with Halley's Comet and I expect to go out with it." This was more than just a whimsical statement. It was a chillingly accurate prediction. True to his word, Mark Twain passed away in 1910. His death occurred just one day after Halley's Comet made its next dazzling return. It's a cosmic coincidence that adds another layer of mystery to his remarkable life. The construction of the Hoover Dam was a monumental undertaking, but it came at a human cost. The very first worker to die during the project was J.G. Tierney, who tragically drowned on December 20th, 1922. His death marked the beginning of a long and arduous construction period. 13 years later, on the exact same date, December 20th, 1935, the last person to die on the project met his fate. This final casualty was Patrick Tierney. What makes this a truly eerie coincidence? Patrick Tierney was J.G. Tierney's son. The first and last deaths on the Hoover Dam project were father and son, dying on the same day, 13 years apart. Meet Violet Jessup, a woman whose life story reads like an impossible tale of survival. As an ocean liner stewardess, she found herself aboard some of history's most ill-fated voyages. Her nickname, Miss Unsinkable, was well earned. In 1911, she was working on the Olympic when it collided with another ship. Though damaged, the Olympic made it back to port. Just a year later, she was a stewardess on the Titanic when it famously sank in 1912. She survived that catastrophic event. But her incredible luck didn't end there. In 1916, she was aboard the Britannic, the Titanic's sister ship, when it sank during World War I. Violet Jessup survived all three maritime disasters, making her survival story one for the ages. This is perhaps one of the most legendary and unsettling historical coincidences. The parallels between Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy are so numerous and specific, they almost defy belief. Both were elected to Congress exactly 100 years apart. Both men became president 100 years apart. Both were deeply involved in civil rights. Both were assassinated on a Friday by a gunshot to the head and in the presence of their wives. Even more chilling, both were succeeded by vice presidents named Johnson. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy, and Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. The list of similarities goes on, leaving many to ponder the hand of fate. In September 1914, during the crucial First Battle of the Marne, the French army faced a dire situation. They desperately needed to rush reinforcements to the front lines to halt a rapid German advance. Time was of the essence, but traditional transport was too slow. In an unprecedented move, the military commandeered Paris's fleet of taxis. Hundreds of these ordinary city cabs were pressed into service, forming an impromptu convoy. They ferried thousands of soldiers directly to the battlefield. This seemingly random act of improvisation played a pivotal role. The taxis of the Marne helped the Allies stop the German offensive, literally changing the course of World War I. A simple taxi ride helped save Paris and alter history. The 27 Club is a haunting phenomenon in the world of music. It refers to a group of influential musicians who all died tragically at the young age of 27. The list includes icons like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, and Amy Winehouse. These artists came from different eras, genres, and backgrounds, yet their lives were cut short at the exact same age. Some argue it's merely a statistical anomaly, a morbid coincidence amplified by fame and the pressures of the music industry. Others believe it hints at something deeper, a tragic pattern tied to the destructive forces of addiction, mental health struggles, and the intense spotlight of celebrity. Whatever the explanation, the 27 Club remains a chilling historical pattern. The American Civil War tore families apart, and for two brothers, it led to an unimaginable tragedy. One brother fought for the Union, wearing the blue uniform, while the other joined the Confederate forces, donning the grey. They were on opposite sides of a brutal conflict. In the chaos and fog of battle, these two brothers unknowingly faced each other. One fatally wounded the other, a common occurrence in the close quarters fighting of the era. It was a devastating act of war. The horrific truth was only revealed after the battle, through personal letters and the identification of the fallen. The realization that one brother had killed the other unknowingly is a heartbreaking testament to the war's profound human cost. Long before the Titanic set sail, a chillingly accurate prediction of its fate appeared in print. In 1898, author Morgan Robertson published a novel titled Futility or the Wreck of the Titan. The story featured a massive, luxurious ocean liner named the Titan. This fictional ship was described as unsinkable and was the largest vessel ever built. In the novel, the Titan strikes an iceberg in the North Atlantic and sinks, leading to immense loss of life due to an insufficient number of lifeboats. 14 years later, in 1912, the real Titanic, also deemed unsinkable and the largest ship of its time, struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic and sank. The parallels are so precise, it's an uncanny premonition that continues to astound. The assassination that ignited World War I almost didn't happen. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was targeted by assassins in Sarajevo. An initial bomb attempt failed, bouncing off his car and injuring others. Believing they had escaped, the Archduke's driver took a wrong turn while trying to find a safer route. By sheer chance, the car stalled directly in front of a cafe. Inside that very cafe, the assassin Gavrilo Princip was eating a sandwich, having given up on his earlier attempt. Princip seized the incredible opportunity. He stepped out, pulled his pistol, and fired the shots that killed the Archduke and his wife. This bizarre, almost comical series of coincidences led directly to the outbreak of World War I, changing the world forever. From twins with identical lives to a sandwich that triggered a world war, history is stranger than fiction. These incredible coincidences make you question the very nature of chance and destiny. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more brain-twisting history and mysteries every week. Until next time, keep exploring the unbelievable stories that shape our world.